911 location of your emergency.
All units, we have a report of an active shooter at the supermarket on Missouri Avenue. Suspect is armed with an assault rifle.
Welcome to another episode of Reclassify 911, a podcast dedicated to seeing that 911 dispatchers across the state of Missouri, and the nation for that fact, are recognized as the first responders they truly are. It is my hope that with podcasts like the one you are watching right now, that more and more people will start to realize the importance of classifying 911 public safety dispatchers as first responders. The men and women who answer 911 calls are highly skilled professionals. When the unthinkable occurs, they are the first contact many have with first responders. Before the red and blue lights flash, before a siren blares, or before you see an ambulance racing down the street, these men and women are the individuals organizing almost every single emergency response. However, many states, Washington, D.C. included, do not treat 911 dispatchers with the respect they deserve because the Office of Management and Budget classifies them as clerical workers. Sad, isn't it? This is wrong, and it's time to correct this wrong. I'm hopeful that more states will join with these states you see on this map, especially California, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Texas, and West Virginia, who have already passed legislation to recognize their public safety dispatchers as the first responders they truly are. Many other states, as you can see, have also passed legislation expanding benefits to 911 dispatchers, while many other states currently have legislation in progress to reclassify their public safety dispatchers. The current federal government job description of administrative or clerical occupation does not accurately describe the work of dispatchers who undergo extensive training and whose work can mean the difference between life and death. Missouri's over 1,600 public safety dispatchers answer approximately 2.5 million 911 calls per year. And with today's multiple communication options, that equates to just over 550,000 wired or landline 911 calls, just over 1.8 million wireless calls, about 8,800 text messages, and almost 145,000 voice over IP or VoIP calls each and every single year. With these kind of numbers, Missouri's dispatchers, and the nation for that fact, do play a vital role in the emergency response chain, which extends far beyond dispatching calls for law enforcement, firefighters, and EMS. Dispatchers are first responders because they are the first voice that a distress caller hears when they dial 911. Dispatchers are often responsible for being the first to respond during life-threatening accidents, wildfires, active shooter situations, and potential suicides, just to name a few. For too long, men and women of 911 have gone unrecognized as the first responder they truly are, answering the call for help 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. With that, I would like to thank California Congresswoman Norma Torres, who on April 1st, just a couple of months ago, introduced H.R. 2351, a bill that would direct the reclassification of our 911 dispatchers at the federal level, also known as the 911 SAVES Act. I would also like to thank Missouri representatives Ann Wagner and Emmanuel Cleaver, who both have signed on as co-sponsor to this much-needed bill. A bill that now has the signatures of 84 representatives from across the nation in support of this reclassification. As a Missouri resident, I now call upon Missouri Representatives Cori Bush, Sam Graves, Vicki Hartzler, Billy Long, Blaine Lukenmeyer, and Jason Smith to join with Ann and Emmanuel and show your support of the 911 dispatchers across your great state of Missouri, and this nation for that fact, by also co-sponsoring H.R. 2351. For those watching this, I beg you to contact your representatives from your particular district and ask that they too co-sponsor this bill. If you don't know who your U.S. representative is, no problem. That's easy to find out. Just visit www.house.gov/representatives/find-your-representative. Again, and that website is along the bottom of the screen, but that website is www.house.gov/representatives/find-your-representative. It's very easy. All you have to do is follow a few prompts to find out who represents your district. Then reach out to them, educate them, and ask that they represent the 911 dispatchers of their state and co-sponsor this bill as well. The time is now, my friends, and there is power in numbers. So let's work together to see that 911 dispatchers across this entire nation get the classification they duly deserve: first responder. I would also like to take a moment to thank Missouri representatives in Jefferson City who are opening up communications on this much needed reclassification with me over the past couple of weeks. I hope that working together, that our Missouri representatives can introduce and pass legislation for Governor Parsons to sign upon the next session starting up. I would like to thank you now for taking the time to listen to this episode today. And if you have not already done so, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel so that we can use the power of social media to educate not only members of our own communities, but our elected officials as well, so that they can be educated on the importance of this reclassification. Now, while these podcasts are not at the level of what you might see on a national broadcast channel, every little bit does help. Every one of these states that you see in blue, it was someone just like you that came together with others to see this change through. That's what changed those states. And together, we can turn all of these states to blue. Now, I will see you again next time for another episode of Reclassify 911.